your report addressed to the Chief of Staff, I would not argue issues with you, at least for now. Fortunately, a good Samaritan sent me a copy of the full report yesterday, and I'm now inclined to call your attention to the obvious flaws inherent in your references and observations about me in the IMCIM's fight against galamsey and illegal mining. Na, nasa, osi, mamin kan hoso. During my second call to you same day, I explained to you the purpose of the meeting you had scheduled for them in your office at 4 p.m. that day. I told you that the two gentlemen, one of whom, Donald, was a personal friend, intended to brief you on the consistent invasion of the company's concessions by galamseyers since October 2026. I also informed you about their claims that we were trying to get Cabinet to suspend or cancel their legitimate lease for large-scale mining without due process, and to dispel rumors that their concession actually belonged to Ibrahim Mahama. I remember telling you that they were presenting relevant and authentic documentation to defend their case. I also promised to send you reports and documents I had gathered on galamsey operations since August 2016 as a result of an investigative project undertaken by the Crusading Guide. I personally was not present at the meeting in your office. Neither did I ever plead with you to assist them to engage in any illegality relative to their mining operations or anything else. And you must know I speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Masampacho, paragraph. Finally, I've taken judicious notice of your references to some unsavory things published by the New Crusading Guide in December 2019's publication, which you captured in your report. As a matter of principle and professionalism, I, in my capacity as a co-publisher of the newspaper, accept ultimate responsibility for those publications, even though I had no direct and/or operational involvement with the production of those editions of the paper. I also note that the two publications under reference had no relationship with the complex operations to dislodge Donald Itzia and his C&G Alaska from the Dasu forest. However, I appreciate your concerns and I'm ready and willing to render an appropriate apology for any reputational harm caused to you. Alternatively, as the fundamental law of the land, Constitution, has prescribed, a rejoinder, a complaint to the National Media Commission, or even recourse to a law court are still open to you for redress if need be. I remain your good friend, Abdul Malik Kokrokoo. As I didn't tell me cancer, dear. And some now call it me.
Okay.
We Canadian, now we are Canadian. Now, say Ghana police for bear woman ye dear. And you know, I'm trying. No more investigations, no more debate. We been a biaka. And now, Miss Shada can report me, pa. Na me can report ni fabia. Nature say. Yayi nia Gabi Asare Ochredako. Efre Professor Fripom Wati. Now, friend, no, no, some occasion say, or a lawyer, Emma, one of the companies. Na wamu eye galamsey. No, my dream wa minia. Minti ase yo. Eti amra so bi be lawyer ma obi awo ye galamsey ana. Cardinal.
Debbie. Offer.
Inti amra. Ghana mbremu obi a odi ewukura no to be fa lawyer. In the sun net here keke dia, and what is the big deal? Minti ase. Nukreni and some na Professor Fripom Whiting Troy, they be ho emudu. Ba akone so can report now, Baby Hall said the greatest danger to Ghana's forest was the then a head of the Forestry Commission. I don't know, someone more do power. Massa, and that's some kitwa. Say a kua a bind 2 on say one share no more kuntia galamsey. One titrani, Nasa more can say the greatest danger to the preservation of forest. The head of the Forestry Commission. I said, no, Edupa. Near Hamika Cran say, the Abodu Qued on Tiasi, no be Yinano. On Tiasi, Oko. Into Nukre woman be a ye hunda. We will never be able to tell the true story. But what can I say? A more dupa, Nasemia or can say. I am penning for ya, not almost more kutia galamsey. One more and no more Chinese Nepal, so one quite galamsey mao. Hey, so in terms of sponsorship, Cardinal
Man Pratt.
as a modo, now so many wine. Madam Mahunu Crew. Intermediate Titia and say, a pussy for no moduma ye. So mo ye omodwuma ye dia ebia ebehu no kura no so mo anya omodwuma so ye so dia ene confusion no so ane beko ne kura wo mu ni se besim ne entimi enku entu galamsey ase e wa esinsuo na ni ate kakra ho ade e be chi na nsuo na ni kura na nyinya nchen da no edi galamsey ni de entumi enku entu ase na eno ne ha me kakra. Na masa usha aye ye penny Professor Pimpon Boati ne krata ye otro mo mampani enfie mienu ni ana mebwa otro krata ye mo mampani enfie mienu ni na asem di bisa anyenye biara so wamba bonti ambeka se ayi Flagstaff House for Galamsey a chair kebema police barrier asem mwana 2 years ago. I want to have me. Papa 2 years ago. And they report to a common penny. Ya transfer ya nyahonshi ya kosi se. Oko radio station koka se radio se television station koka se Flagstaff House for no ebi Galamsey na se. Say have the police from Behum. And 2 years ago no they report to ko obi ankan. Obi an hu se police force hwe mu an kra no be daddy. Masa men kama masamuwa ensam no bi wo ho a insisi so ne nasam no de betu do an bi insisi so ebi so mu odu papa na ehia se ebehwehwem na yehu fakwan no kura no da na ede no kura no ayaduma anopa mi ba mitie de rubodwuma bebre kadna ebi no wo ho a ensam no bi wo mafa no se ayi World Cup ding me dream one minute say
Hey.
Obi ka cho say obi a wadi ewu kra no on na e wo mo lawyer eno ya sam eno nya sam bia enti masa me de me nkan me bi wanya asam we ba na wan hwe niye no wan to wan kasa wan hwe no no akofum anopai me mpese ma no befum enti me be sia police for yo modwuma yie no mo ye modwuma yie a fakwa no kura no hye no ibehu ne aka ho asem
Mate Man Pratt me da say the great Dr. Okoboy.
Hey, I know the opedian wa. Cardinal. Dr. Nadia na.
In fact, yeah, I'm of a Pratt in Nambai.
Senior Pratt.
Because my friend me wanna check.
Who of a radio so now fin our head.
Baby, me I come to no other places. And I say no, I no so near that. It's just a mechano.
Dr. Okoboy. Good to see you.
The elected cardinal.
Correct.
And pay.
You watch it.
The accident na manyame. Say wa ma ya won din ni kwa. Me pese me damu nyina ase. Say mokoso my opportunity. Say na ya me am of a practical no. Enye se bi ya won fe ni adwinsunku bi aye won ti na ye ma ye ba ha. Ba privilege. Show we enye small show kra. Let's Cardinal. Hano mutio anopei. Obia tia. In fact, omo mu hwe TV kro, omo hwe TV no. Volume no eda mute. Ena omo tie Peace FM. Enti mechia obia mi wofa amakwata. Oyo obia odi mi ananti pa Canada
Dr. Koboy
me dia nipa ya di mamia me ye no mu kan say
unyi no boni aye
exactly me wo ba ko pe wiase na ma sisa o de bia na me kwan bi ha me no na me ni ku de bia no pa ba wiase sa na eti ya wo de obi nya asema me mfa no dindin e bi o kire bi na obeye wo obi a wo sebi wo mfa no India grow na mamincha chairman general me constituent am mfa no India grow anope bi o wo no bi chia no
doc nche wunya e
oh senior say suban de chance na eko sa na meti
ba bibia sesa minti second lady
no ye se me be wi a
minti first lady
no me be wi a say we have na me chance now bravo say you save Santa you save the Uchina last no aye we sabi report he say senior party there or kind ya mapa into what can report in we me I'll be honest to let you know say me can report you know from line to line but my take commentary kakra na largely no me take commentary no it's all about fight against illegal men and this environmental degradation and all that now the summary they say Professor Fripo Party Pache say na fight you know there were forces at play Emma Okra Bibi Kra say the greatest danger to the fight was the head of the forestry commission himself now obi kan sem na de oil involved no we kra any churches assembly we can never go into it say you beside Professor Boatin Fremont Boatin Gina so de enti o see ye papa ni kra may he so rest in peace Sir John the enti ono no ye the danger to the forest no e was on to my Gina so say Sir Gina so no ye letter bi a o chro ye ana activity bi a or undertake ye ana ni kasa bi o kan ya once we can have evidence of that you know you bet me a putting it to the test whether it is fit enough to indict ye papa wako ana sebi allegation keke. So I just wanted to mention that say it's true maybe you cannot get him as a witness in the box but and also say yentimi ya onhwe me kasa so that obi enko ka bibi fo obi hu sebi ebe manipa din no akofom na I said the once nipa na ya kan ho asem we wu ninti no ebia yentimi ya onhwe. So just a brief comment I wanted to make about that. Na report no sana senior practical no nema bebre na ya ka omu nkofo bebre na omu din ewo mu ya of Kokrokoo ba kon sana senior can say wa frɛ wa bisa or asking for further and better particulars no we have to be frank with ourselves. Obi or sebi or political power as of a practice I know he's not one of them. But there are some who want political power. Report be peer. Say funny lens now call to report now. Sebi onye interested too much in whether allegation and now comment now a commenter you can pursue it to the police CID level, do further investigations and end up in the court and find out the truth. Obi wa onye silence no this way. Obi wa the upper say be din ohun din pay say ai report now. Professor report about the troubles of Galamsey no ya body power wedding or your call. That is enough for the court of public opinion. You bet me they are chain at twisting no one shot nipa shiawa na we muna wa judge you straight away. In fact, omo use to silence no they are not even interested in going to court. Or the court ground follow. So I'm just trying to be blunt to say there are people who view this report with some eyes the interest in say or per se sebio on fire case you can't Galamsey Kraban way or you're involved. Me sebi enye silence na me share but me person me prompted the OTA say hwe ye otie so bi kasa because anopai me tie one commentator from Enyoma mu NDC. Ozo report where the chese gabi mu nyina galamsey no omu no mu ye enti na fe president no kwa wo mu because president no report no acha nipa sa no the ohwehwe na ye political power. It even the details how to address the problem e be man no by no emfa no ho. And obi kura kai ni say openyi former minister under my government time president mama president and Professor Mills, I don't remember the exact time. Mama Yariga can say now brepa NDC for na ebi manu asumdwe emedru ebinu he have to give up the fight. Is he Ayariga of Hussein one of them? Ya can also menko echi enuti na etu abati ayen enti hu hia but enye so bi person ko echi o say yan hwe kasa no hwe kwan a ye be cut to the root addressing na ye betimi ni power ma wo china won hwe a umbre so no galamsey no nkura betimi aye din church na now media what I'm interested in is that what are the factors emma galamsey fight idea sometimes forces within your own you can contend them or you can face them. Now if you are honest with yourself and you put this down as a lister, a boama use ultimate stati confront the issue such that nyamia dom going forward Ghana ni otie our person on new pa insu anya endangered through illegal mining no obenya sans pa no anom enkoye say ye sebi kasa back and forth akani in a way ebe map tumi aba unsem eba na umrezo no insuo no kra wan edin che first no that's what I'm interested in now ye honest with ourselves politics na ye no omo ye di amanyosem no omo free United Kingdom o and omo free Germany yankofo omo free Argentina oba lejokuku omo MPP mu omo ye Ghana fo a uhia ewo krom uhia omo stadium uhia omo sorry uhia omo ejuma uhia omo Peace FM sana uko NDC omo ye delegates omo ye branch members omo person omo DMP they are Ghanaians like us now what point and okobo person here if ushia suban boni wo krom ushia nkrofo a omo pesika they are ready to kill for money ushia nkrofo omo timi twa ntro ushia nkrofo they don't even mind killing you ushia nkrofo say sika won rem obeko once you meet those people in town they are also in political parties now. But you get my point. Enti say power bar. Uko tran table na obi asalaya enya abofo nkwa na wehia. You meet people omo kita adwimpa date obuba politics mu sebi Ghana ni koso se na oman be ko nanim. Obe show bi so a table no tran no wa bem because sebi obepeja bade. Now into the forces of good and the forces of evil, they are in all political parties. What we have to do is to find ways to support the forces of good to triumph over those that are evil. Yeah, go into election. Time our president Biaka say, me presidency be two lines so. Sebi, what pian ministers ni members of the appointees say, mun dio mochi, mun pekwa mun be faso mun be pamomu. Yes, ano. Na sebi obisu akomani era no catch am say, "Mo unse na ye di mochi." Hwese na mo bre. Ye de ye ba. Enche ye bape mo ya chemu ni nyina straight back to work. Enche kra ye be boamu. No obisu akase me catch am. Say wa ya chiwa tum Africa lam say it's because uni obia me ba san kwafo ni nyina ye be yi won. Nana ya politician bia wa wiase na opetumi na wo kwa kopetumi na de odi wo pri wo no kacha wo say o chi nkrofo say ye njai say ye bo forest uban no media me ba obia betima ye bia na wan hwe yiye na obia koto abama sa political party omo was those areas na ni saka to me a sebi sa dwimpa na wo kita nyina odidi nyina akofie. Now you see, yeah, there is one thing another. Dr. Koboy, me di ya wo hu pa wo krom ha in the last election. Nanaya. Omaimu ha. Well, Omaimu ha. Nanaya. Omo MPs in most mining areas are medium war parliament. Most of them, if not all of them, they lost their seats. When you check independent audit reports. They lost the seats because the people said mining na omo fighting illegal mining no na omo ji omo eduani afri omo enum. Na now enye easy. Sometimes okita adwimpa you can take on some fight. As a drag war. Mame bia sebi oni buy drag. I enum na odi hwe no. Ye nka se ne ba no nkoso enye drag. But uye drag war no na wotimi chi omo nyina hye prisoner. One sha say boss ye to aba sa eresi nyina betina so etia. That's what happened during the election. Now eya nkofo kasa na president so ordini president be two lines so na no na che den. Na yo hwe die papa we president we ofemu in this in the second term. Ebia wan koye galamsey fight bia etina no corner. Ema sebi se na ye kode sanka. Ebia sebi nkwantu mansa ana friends
Manson Kwanta.
Yes, Manson Kwanta, Professor Kwam. Ebia yantunu yan yin free parliament. Ebia. Nana analysis na me yo. Yan fa galamsey anko ye issue. Ama president anko ye didn't this moon set task force. Ema obi ye bi. Ema onyani kakra ko di ye. Edi ko hwe ni busua ema nsuo ni se anka. Ebia sa MP no ba back. Ebia mami we your friend say ye mami bia Dr. Otinjesi
Barbara.
But mami no yes. A very fine woman. No. Me can find her. Anya abontinu you fine boom. But me can inside.
Abontinu ni hipa.
Outside looks. Namika. Prof. See that bad. Say outside no fine. But me can find no. Go for be outside no ordinary be too because a fine. But I'm talking about ni make any ni na me be ni kakra or parliament. But she was voted out and up to a name say she's one of the best leaders at community Nanya. Who can share national security report why she lost her? Most of the people said, now oh yeah, do you free you me? You better then. Now there ya ni say you two about here women you know free parliament because of say sano. Now the nipa can say and a president you know Shagalam say no soon say we lose but na ye kasai omo person mundi president. Those who are asking that we should consider them again. Until that clear, detailed roadmap. I'm going to be board environment. Who buying? I'm a galamsey way. I a thing of the past. In fact, Omukasa crouch say, Omudomuba, Uyo Bia, O galamsey abafoma. One shot, Omuba. You now feel free to do it. And now, Timesiramu. As for Sebi, your political parties, Omupe to me. But yeah, you won't feel fear. You see, yeah, yeah, Bogana Ubaino. And yeah, we should call people out. Dr. Baumia, Alan Chemanti, Kennedy Japan, Joe Mama, ask them what are the 3-4 things you are going to do to make sure. Say a better thing, so be farm machine. Akotu siomu. Make a clear statement, not one that is ambiguous. Not one that is subject to many meanings. Make it clear. Let's know your mind. Now, Okoboy ko bisa be kasa Okoboy pe say mama nkasa na yen faso din prano. Say Sami Jefika ye be kasa Sami pe say MPP for unchiamu. Na me sremo mo won fifi no most of the time referee no na ema game efe. Na match there o pe say enye kama the referee. Mo bisa mayen I want our water bodies. No. Uko adan. Sometimes me call any facility to adan. Me timi transition na me shesa in admiration. Eye fekeke. Adancio now. You see the adancio no. Look at the color. I say so to me for cap now no. It is possible. Say along all the river bodies in areas. I walk all these places. It is possible now. Me nye an environmental expert. But time I'm here, Juma Chebinu, many years ago. Now I was in the guest house with one South African, a friend of Fanny. They be our doctor. My Fanny is not you, it's AFANNY. Now, although all year also into mining, or catch me be refida. Now, I see doc. Anytime you people talk about mining and your problems with those involved, all you say is that when we dig pits. Ye two amuna, ye nkata amuna no. Says ana makano.
Open pit.
Yes, like it's not covered. Only do catch me. I say, doc, to solve this thing, it's not a big issue. I see in South Africa, who caught into any mine and I will dig here. Ye GBB free all like collateral. Any two is like a safe deposit. Now, who could dig here mine in New Year? Unsaka will go to no way. If it's over Katana, yes, I will call now. Sikana Odia 2 they use that to reclaim, fill the pit, plant trees, and even in 5 years, ABN through 5, Obiba, there is no way Nanaya. Nipano crowd would even have ideas say anything like that has been done. What about the water bodies? There is a way you can show sustainable water cycle. I call into washing the sand, cleaning the water and using it to wash again. Sustainable way. Everybody say and no now now the point these are the things I'm expecting from those who want to lead this country. And luckily for us, Ghana, we are lucky. I say it all the time. There is nothing we want to do that has not been done. Nanaya, if you are humble enough, there are many places where they can give you a document. Many places where they had this our challenge, but now they have sustainable means. Because Nanaya, sebi yo mejitum say enye gold bia na edigi say na ya sometimes sina prat kano. But if you have a whole community or region and all they have or all they can engage in is to do some level of mining, if you're a leader, the cheapest option will be that everybody get out. At the time Professor Fripo Batimu can say everybody get out, we all know now it was not a permanent fix. I hope you are aware. You can say you put a stop so that we can find a way to streamline and make sure say it is done in a sustainable way and environmentally friendly way. So this is the kind of conversation we should have. Na Ghana ha yen hwe yie obi wo ha otise ya bo obi din wo krata mu pe na wa dwane atu powder ashe white. Bible say nyankopon krampo say asemba wo a ofre obisa wo say kan part ansa na de obeye wo no obeye wo. Enti wo ye nipa na ye bo obi din na wo pray adwane eshe white a enche oti aside nyame pe nanim de beto wonso. It is one of my cardinal principles. You have to hear the side of the other person before you run to town. Now recently IGP Dr. Dampari Nyankopon Shirano, he is one of the people I watch say your problems are you on my way mu enya dia yenti be solve it. Yenya people who are interested in solving it it will be solved. I say this with reference to motorbike riders. Mabesu Ohada. Say I didn't know yenya police IGP and commander. Commander, I obey issue just a statement. I read Tari Wall. Say, who you rider? Not red, so now jampia. You bet you. Just that spare. Now motor riders and behave themselves. For 2-3 years now head in Wokruma. Within months, oba you know. Why issue statements, me can say a 1 or 2 it will send a message say adi way. Say Ghana for near pre. Say that's what is happening. The riders stop. Dampari Frere political parties recently because of Sebi, your brother Brian Kasokaye, Obisu Akofa Mahama Kasokaye, Naniama back and forth. And Okachom so you are setting up legal units. Ewa Ghana police. Now Obi Kansema, it has to be scrutinized and put to the criminal test. There is a minimum threshold you have to meet. Now they pick you up and proceed further. But say kasa I to say me friend trade language. Politicians, they have engaged in what we call politics. There's a language that they speak. Sebio, sometimes that language can raise tension, sometimes it can bring tension down, it can be neutral. But more of it than not, it's trade language. Trade, I say, kasa me bar to me, sometimes NH. Me kai Kokrokoo and you know, see they are in the comfortable lead. Satan a trade language or karma will be so there will be poison. Echire ye declare na omu lose you no me sure so no abeka chomu say enche for years by be say winning. But what I like about Dampari the oil enti citing is say na on my ochire mu de me person me can say some comments can end up in the court. Other comments they are hot air. The same applies to this report. It is possible there are comments I actually report to him sebi odi echia bibi betime free mu on my bet me anya home for so we can learn some lessons. There are some certain comments too as Sebio, it can only be observations, it can be passing comments. And nuntina abotre here, send us in a prat can you know. If the police goes into any matter, now bibi free moi, you be some akwa. But at the end of the day, what I want to conclude on this is Ghana for yen na yen bisa obi opesa ondi enim say trade the obeye obeba on my no buy at the same time obe providing livelihood to a mom wo my nkasa keke tra enfan jitumi na ochina to me ba na obi asabe kacha ye say forces no the contendo there are many we are there to support the forces of good. That is my comment.
That is my comment. Dr. Bernard Okuboy and our thing. Man Pratt. You.
Na mini Okuboy, I feel you be some companion bay. Hey, bay. Alaji Mahmoud Baumia. And then you be who? What do your man penny a bed the tree and fear? And someone you ring. I feel you be said a dear now, baby. No barely a woodada. Obiani. O man penny John Dramani Mahama. What dear could do man penny? He had him obey, you bet me. It's in your face, you be substantial. Master, yes, who said, and someone can platform, so the woman can try. And someone and a politicians I can platform so much me this. And it's I, you be sound, near one Bombay and the fortune change cancer, any more than that. A fact galam say some. Masa obi ni ho a obeti asi go say galam say no ndi yenya. Ana enko so ndi yenya, edi yenya pa. Na say mu me kota krade. Ankobra ni ubeka say a friend say Tom Brown. Onam say no. Nti edi yenya pa. Na and someone Professor Frimpong Boateng aka no. Me attitude me say me can putoka say mukakra. We have to be fair to all the parties involved. We have to be fair to Professor Frimpong Boateng. Sabi o onye pakitwa dan be kan nduma wa ya ne Ghana happen say na ese bunu na be kan ha dan no. We have to be fair to him. At the same time also, we have to be fair to those he accuses. And the only way to be fair to both parties no, is to insist that proper investigations are carried out. Now, Galam said the Yankum Yekra, Yendu Echilkra, Faguenam Yendu Babia. Now, ya dear so high yepa. And then the person make us be bring to them the massive in the basic hair.
Now, just 1 minute. Unse, it is better to know what a politician claims he will do or she will do and have him or her not even do it than not to have an idea of what they have promised they will do for you. No. I mean,
Alaji Baumia promise why you going to happen now.
You understand where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Now, President Kufado from 2008, in fact, especially 2012, Ostaticas already president, or semi bar as a matter of policy. Secondary education will be paid for by the government. It should not be paid for by parents. Now, I'll tell them, can already president, at least, Kasana no dia chichi no konintin. Of friend cabinet meetings, Eshiani asuma for Eshiani ministers, FA experts, FA choir, Eshiani choir be faso. Afaso, I sure say, Ghana Fomba. Obey fees will be paid for by the state. Or can say obey Sebi, one district, one factory, Eyampa, any every district and anya factory. But at least over Kasaprekwa, or Montimako Kumasi Akopie factory, because that policy Emma Bayano, Etuanamo, sure say a biakra anya 100% performance on that policy. Udie, let something happen. For something to happen, it is important that a politician has given you a document on something that he will do if power comes. Now, the Indian say, "Yembisa for policy documents." Me, my dear former President Mahama, I know he's more or less like they use a word for him, like something leader, default leader for them already. The Indian say, "And yembisa okoboy based on emati from onu poten." the approach towards Galamsey, I can tell. Because there are occasions where Obeka say, oh, say Achiobia, Major Enomu. There are other occasions where Obeka say, oh, the environment is important. And there are other occasions where Omu ye compare manu to make say, Mo ya chimu nyina eba mmeko back. Although he has also been a president for 4 years, vice president for 4 years, I have not heard in clear, unambiguous, unequivocal, clear terms what he wants to do. That is what I'm saying. I want to hear. Say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, senior. To be fair to him, you know, if you're a vice president, to be fair to him, just like when I was going to Ministry of Health, President catched me when he was swearing me in, say, you are not the health minister. Go and support your boss and assist him to work. Help him as much as you can. It's the same thing that applies to the vice president. Sina Pratt, but
are you fully aware
Sina Pratt,
of the implications of what you are saying?
In fact, the title he holds, by if you translate directly, he's a vice president. Is he the one giving the instructions? No.
So you are saying that if there are problems, it is not about
no, I've not never.
Then say it.
If 100 police, only 2 might interpret it like that. To be honest, what I'm saying is that if you are deputy commander, you assist your commander to achieve his aims. That's all I'm saying. And Sebi, if you say now you want to be the commander, it is not automatic that Bibia now will commander yeno and Nuna Sebi 100% is like photocopy. Only innovation.
No, na person church you because maintain
say that in the front you say anyway say one tia say e very old the over tia say. The point I'm making is very simple. That to be a vice president is not the same as a president. Whatever role he has played as vice president, now Bamian says, I want to lead the party in this country.
I'm going to do something different.
No. Tell us whether want you Sina Pratt, tell us whether what you want to do is 100% what we call full complement of what President Akufo-Addo was doing, or a 70% of what he was doing plus some 30% we've never heard of. Tell me what is in your mind. It's a fair request.
I think
No. Didn't tell me say a fair request. And you be Professor Mills, no, yeah. And a president, Mama be a president, or two are so like a conveyor belt. Let's be honest with ourselves.
People are very unfair.
Oh, Sina Pratt.
No, I'm being
Sina
very fair
Pratt.
with you. You are being unfair to Nana Akufo-Addo.
Oh, that Mami Landi ye crabo.
Yes, the more you just
But Mambra,
yes, sir.
are you saying say Sechana? Dr. Bamiya Betrans Ghana president. Nibi be obeying exactly as President Akufo-Addo.
Oh, na many one Makasa. That's not the point.
Okay, so let me get a point.
Yahu Amampeni, Angola. Nia Obe replace Augustino Neto. Oba also said Bibia Massa. Almost everything. Former President Bakwe Chili too. Only it can happen. Na Sasana Mpesa Muka ni ye. Samu baby this room a chain nanado biela mun kan try so nanado buy no ni no mo ye no ankoye na mo better way of doing it mo ka try. It's also possible so be president ni o ye no previous ye eno anu ba be ye it's say ni awo ka so bia mecheche mu no onu meche so ba be ye ni nanado danko Akufo-Addo ye na so baby bi so
eno na me ka no
pacho so baby bi so nko dia ene nsam wo and some papa and some can say in any case, Ghana already a constitution now. The presidency is one. Vice president in me powers a bull president to Sunday. Vice president the president no. I adi baako. Oh, na niya wuken. One yana akwatuhwe nsem bi aba. Wukai maybe a twemu a yesi a vice president ba me aka say already. Aban mu okoyi. Okay.
No, vacancy.
One is awesome.
Oh, I don't think allegation.
It was in all the papers.
No, on cancer, you did.
On cancer, I didn't deny it.
Oh, no, but it's not. It's also fair say in 4,000 card here anymore because the coordinator in answer na best.
Oh, me know you are doing. And me say mo kasa ye ni enti ye.
Yes.
Say nia na baya ye onfo so. Say na baya na dream mu say so ba baby bi sunko ebro sa. O make am try. Now it may not. You find it one.
Now,
Papa.
say Martin Kofi Breaker say Mahama na the presumptive leader of the. That's the word they use. Say on one of the flag bearer. Now, I will not be fair to John Mahama if me can say Suba ni sen or ye na mamu the first time now. Sebi you ema Ghana for a yini free hono. So ba the another time. Na the manner or Baba exactly the same schedule and behavior. Oh yeah, nipa. I'm sure say if one day will be the opportunity manner, he will change some of his ways. Those that are correct, I no obia efasu jitumuno. He might keep it. That is all I'm saying. Now, because training be Emma, one professor catcher say every policy, every performance, no matter how good it was. It can be reviewed and improved. You see, uyo bina onya sa adwene pe. Me okoboy say me try. Me ba ma wono. I want my child to perform better than me.
Certainly.
In the area of academics, in the area of anywhere. Enti say me de me background nam. Now on say me can say oh, ninsinsan so ni nim de ni de na koma so be kese che me de na. Eni nche say me and me wo enu me mbona ma. Mbacho what I say. I want Dr. Baumia when he becomes president, to perform better than Akufo-Addo. And in Nana Enyeshi, whoever comes after Baumia, our MPP, make us say, I want that person to perform. Is the only way. It's a mindset I have that anything which is good can be improved. It's a basic principle. Who was Adrina? It pushes you to think outside the box. It's now VIP. By the time you do the level Sebi yebe call national election, as part of the document, I know my friend manifesto. I want to see the policy for the environment. I will demand that of John Dramani Mahama and anybody who wants to be president.
Anybody.
Anyone who wants to be president.
Alan Martin Supers will be president.
Oh,
and I will, you know.
Oh, senior.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Papa, Alan. As part of the plans for this country, the GTP, I would love to read what it has for the environment, even with education. Now, me catch up. Say, no matter the gains that free SHS has made. Oh, see that, and the others.
And the others.
Oh, okay, my body the food. Kwabena Japan, Kennedy. Oh, Sina Brad. But the point I want to make is Obia opesa on the president, mesre. The only way of mine no benya on faswo is when we know in clear terms what they want to do for us. If you don't get that document, there is nothing to hold the person to. And I know you bet na sa.
Okay. All right. Dr. Bernardo Koboy and I attend can man process waha. Ansan ye be to apart baby sampen fo omo nsem beka de twa to kra ma men kan ba ko mi nu pe bi wa na fe memra men penny for so. Good morning, the Cardinal. Kindly indulge me with the message below. It's gone past the usual length, but because of the issue under discussion. The 37-page report by Professor Kokrokoo Boateng is full of inconsistencies, conspiracy theories, and innuendos. His attempt to indict high-profile persons to assuage his abysmal performance as Minister of Environment is very untenable. For instance, how do you accuse Kokrokoo of complicity in just because he placed 2 phone calls to you requesting for a meeting between you and owners of C&J Alaska, who were into large licensed mining and had their concessions invaded by Chinese and the local folks? This is unheard of. That said, it is also important to state on record that our Court of Competent Jurisdiction dismissed allegations of galamsey against Kokrokoo in 2020 when he filed a defamation suit against Ken Japan. As you may recall, Professor Frimpong Boateng chickened out of that suit, even though the defendant had publicly indicated that he was his witness. Prof, I'm sorry, the court of public opinion can't save you, said Obama in Poku Ase. Now, this one from Charles Ni Tego says, Cardinal, my only crime here was that I met Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng at the Jubilee House somewhere in 2019 and told him a friend whose machine was on the Takrady to Accra Highway and not at a mining site has been arrested by the task force. He asked me to give him the details of the said excavator, and that was it. I don't even know whether the excavator was released or not. How can this amount to interference of the commission's work? This is so unfair to me, but we should all remember that we are all in the hands of the Lord. Charles Ni Tego. And also we say by Cardinal, it's shameful for politicians who should know better, destroying our natural resources because of their parochial interests. Now it is clear the report has indicted both the NDC and MPP, but blame MPP government the more because they are in power, and for that matter to steer affairs of Ghana. Could you edu parko or achim assume and or do we say by the final one says, Cardinal, this report from Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng shouldn't go down unattended to, just like others over the years. We can't expect a different result when we keep doing the same things over and over again. The fight against Galamsey can't be complete without a careful perusal of this report as well as acting on it. Ghana deserves better. Jomo, anyway, every Pokwase Festus and our body by. Enfin, then okay. You, Dr. Okoboy. Any other issue on the Cardinal? Any other issue? I person can ask them.
Now, say Yamam Reno. Akoradi on Kaza before Penyu. Ana.
There be Penny Kaza Nasa.
Okay. It's been a madani Yamam Reno. Senior.
Yes,
hey, me many wine, some of a casa, Miss Man and Casa. Man, Brad,
the Cardinal,
me many wine, some of fat you are Casa. Dog, but you want me to, yes.
That's about coming to you and say, me share Ghana phone crime. Na yemfa support Emma state institutions are may believe say over the past years in this Fourth Republic Nyankupa Adom omo pass na agina ama ye kemima NKP any year assume aye peace no agina ho make electoral commission make Ghana police and especially Ghana army and now these three institutions no omo nye perfect. But anytime I be call about to I be we Ghana for be expressing omo will actually say a bind way and a part when I pen up. All these institutions they throw their full weight behind a party now Ghana for their man no Emma sa party no eba power Ghana army from the top. Commander in chief, how do you call it? Chief of Defense Staff. Once the commission speaks, even if you are the city president, for time, almost salute you, almost see, Papa, Yamin Shao, they were saying, yeah, ma, as former president, no, Mudi, loyalty, I come ma, the Yaboni Dino. Me, can't wait, I won't say, as for your politicians, dear, sometimes, you know, Obiani, Ebia, no, Obiani in the background, Sebi. Now, oh dear, we are Catholic. SIA Cardinal. Mesu, you're training me with Baptist. Say me, Kasa platform so. If my objective, say me share Ukraine, me Ukraine mekano. Obisu do wa, one show Kasa we are. I said there, jaha baba say Afghanistan and now Ukraine. But me be say obi a otie me kai say, to me pa chere the obey president. First place Nyankopon. That's the first one. The second place Ghana near OTA. Say Ghana for nyina yo madwin say ban way and cross the eta. Obi aniwa obe stop it that from happening. Not even the army, not the police, not an individual. Say Ghana for duduo madwin so mu sisemu e mo mudi fofo obi fofo aba. police ntumi stopping no politician bi kasa ntumi stopping no ɛna nyankopɔn adom no yɛnyɛ obi a yɛnni nkaeɛ or history yɛsi nyankopɔn time a ɔboa Israelites a wɔn free Egypt no ɔsi every year wɔn celebrate the ɛfɛ no the Passover ana ɔtie o ɛna nyankopɔn ka sɛ nipa deɛ ɛnkyɛ na ne werɛ fi deɛ esi ɛwɔ n'abrabɔ mu nti every year wɔn celebrate Passover that should remind them sɛ ɔno nyankopɔn no ɔtumi yɛ nneɛma bebree ɛtumi yi wɔn firi ɔhaw mu adanti na yɛyɛ nkae deɛ nyame ayɛ ama yɛ deɛ esi wɔn ayɛ mu time president Kufuor wɔ power a sitting government opposition asɛbi ɛnyɛ ɔmo na ɔmo appointee IGP ɛnyɛ ɔmo na ɔmo appointee chief of defence staff saa opposition no ɔmo tumi bɛtena power adanti na yɛn ni gidie sɛ 2016 time a John Dramani Mahama ɛyɛ commander in chief a ɔno na ɔkyerɛ sojafoɔ ebi ɔmo nfa ɔno appointee IGP a ɔkyerɛ sɛbi ɔtena vice ɔtena ne vice na police council with all this at their disposal no when Ghana for can say papa yɛahwɛ wamamo enye tintin ti sɛ sana wa wote no kɔ no nyankopɔn dom etimi siye nana ya enti all I am saying is say me no me mfoa kasa ana me encourage obi say onka kasa in the way a ebia ebe subject to many interpretations ana be ma temperature akosoro politicians bi ebi mu no sebi omo hu nipa omo timi kasa in a way obi so owa owo opposition nti no eye ni say oni de oni obi a enti oti kasa bi pe obe interpreting in a way a say ye pese ye nsisi no but both the minority and the majority the me kai any say obetimi our power but kai say to me e wo Ghana for insem enu nti na ya me party ye share question me bisa ne say how far have we gone with the policy of one district one factory in kwara ahi and a free SHS a benefit won nipa ben and a one year juma because of yen nipa ben and all bre by a shen crying say ebe say because me name say after all the talk no Ghana ni share the air to no any the all ban so be and all the to aba at the end of the day say American yen supported the electoral commission and the police and the army and in chesa man supporting governments in the day you can cooperate but more being a common kosro ensro more be soon yet said then ekoso o politician kai say ye kasai there's no assurance cry say obi a kasa no obewo wiase tomorrow we had people who left us even when they were in power they be see ochina nyame pe nanim and yen supporting these institutions because obi opposition na power they can go at them because of their interest and listen chess electoral commission is perfect but yen kasa in a way ebe leading to negotiations ebe leading to talk now at the end of the day no in shisha na mfa nye juma enye their politician be epe medasi
yo menso so medasi papa over
oh masa
over
Minia Dr. Koboy I say all kasai ni referee bribi Dr. Koboy 2008 now Dr. Pierre Hine now one member of the electoral commission 2008 2016 now electoral commission yamfa Hadia Tijani and Dr. Pierre Hine and Koka electoral commission and no massive significant Dr. Pierre Hine appointment meeting independence da
say Hausa Koko no in your life
there be in your life
meeting independence da nti no massive na nukro wo no say ni gidi pa se Ghana obi obe na dwen so be wi abatro mu no o ma mu ni na be nya ho sunsanso obi wi abatro mu pa fili gani pa dia Ghana ha no ebe ye bibi kakra o na me chere enti mo bia kura nya na dwen so be wi aba ko wi aba mu a bibi desi ke bibi desi enti mo bia nya na dwen kura so be wi aba na asamo abaya ina ye ka asofo ka kodufo ka ya muntie ya ka muntie dachi wan hwa ibi hu sunsun ya hu sunsun so min kama masem wa makasa wi
dachi
enche ibi hu sunsun so
Yes.
Mami chia kakra. Oh, Coco is okay.
Who chia bi maka?
Say because la no be am di shechi.
Na say no be the first lady, second lady,
chief of staff.
And I want you.
First lady. What we first lady?
And it's what we.
Etina and then me of a prat na ya chia some conform me sign. Oh,
me member have me chichi.
Say me be chia na wo.
So we chia we chia. I need chichi and buy.
Etina sina prat kind no. First lady. And a chief of staff. And a mia na carry na mia me wofa. Amakwata.
Kwasi amakwata.
Nana ya. Me wofa me mfa no end dia grow.
Me do me former offer.
Say obi former na obi current. Enti maso musa.
Miss Madam fo.
Oh so Madam fo.
Anyway dey emienu na ye chia. Nana nyami show.
Oh shout to Dr. Koboy. Man Pratt.
Yes sir.
Nyami had mo be share next week.
Na ye che wadam fo ozi nkan.
Yeah. Dr. Koboy. Utimi ha me offer dodo. Dr. Koboy. Isaac man be enom na me nkwate. Abusia ena no pay brebe me kwan ema yedemo asie. Na ocho izo hani edi Kokrokoo sie mejira busuafo nyina na mu Dr. Faradexin Kennedy Asante Osefo Akwadwo Asante Steven Bafo Isaac Opoku Pretty Joyce ena Kopruta eka Kopruta no aye Kokrokoo Translators and Producers Association of Ghana Kopruta Nana ya konedu mami biama kwafo akusu ago abo waje odi ahenkan kwame yeboa na bada munyina asese na otwe nso mu ne ye etena ye Odem sa juada di nyame ya adoma afofida nti juada monti Kokrokoo na mu nyame ya adoma ebanada Ghana's Morning Voice Chairman General mo betenenka Eframe nana ya okese obetimi aframe the cardinal some really gonna love you and the radio asum ye jamunyana makram